It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports.
Oh, say does that start?
We've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. The Spurs happy to be returning to San Antonio after the road trip. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
You know what? They're almost perfect in their approach right now. I mean, mentally, physically, strategically, everything seems to have fallen into place. They're bound to hit a bump at some point in the road, but right now, everything is all systems go.
Yeah, you're right on top of it, Greg. It's hard to find fault with the way they've been playing at the moment. I mean, their confidence level continues to rise and grow with every win, and you can not only see it, but I think it's palpable. You can feel it.
Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Nowitzki, Lawson out there with Curry. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Here's Parker. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. There's a screen. Down low. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on. The rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
And Curry pulls it down.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the rejection by Leonard. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And so just over a minute and a half played. Curry kicks to Barnes. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3 seconds. Spurs ball.
Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Aldridge with a screen on Lawson. Parker with it. Now Lawson defending. Parker passes to Aldridge. Fast break Dallas. Nowitzki leading the charge. Here's Curry, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against New Orleans.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
And here is Parker following Ty Lawson's three. Leonard with the screen on Lawson. Here's Parker. No luck. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
Here's Parker following the score by Dallas. He feeds it to Leonard. Back to Parker from outside the arc, and the shot is good. Parker's got 5 points so far.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Lawson's against Parker. Lawson kicks to Curry. From 12 feet out. Rebounded by the Spurs. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Mavericks. According to him, their focus defensively is going to be on making things difficult inside. Ideally, they'll be in the best shape, he feels, if they force most of the shots against them to come from the perimeter. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. Curry. It's hauled in by Ginobili.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Parker against Curry. Aldridge with a screen on Barnes. And Ginobili. Here we go. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
San Antonio shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Down low. Will it go? And he lays it up and in. He's got 6.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Ginobili outside. Aldridge inside. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Aldridge has got his first bucket of the night.
That's a very good high percentage look right there.
Curry dishes to Lawson. Back to Curry. Another miss by Curry.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Saul comes in for Dwayne Dedman, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Jones checked in for Dallas. Anderson comes in for Barnes. Now, here is Lawson, and he just worked New York in that last game. Inside, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Ginobili.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for the Mavericks.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And here are the Spurs. They're on a 12-4 run. Ginobili left side. Outside for Gasol. Here's Aldridge, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Aldridge has got his second basket of the night. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Bertanis, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Carter in for Kawhi Leonard. And Dallas with a change here too. Grant's checked in. The feed now to Mills. To the middle. The 11-footer. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Here's Morrow. He's covered by Ginobili. And here's Anderson from the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Gasol on the high post. A leaner. The rebound by Anderson. Mavericks trail by 5. Curry with it. He also had a big impact in that win against the Knicks. Screened by Grant. And here's Anderson for three. Another three for Dallas.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here's Mills. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Gasol, a screen on Curry. They set the pick. Fires for three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Curry with it. Covered by Mills. Curry passes to Morrow. Outside Curry. Screened by Grant. 5 to shoot. And Anderson kicks to Grant. Cannot hit. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Morrow dishes to Jones. And the layup falls.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Down low. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Pass to Curry. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
All right, fans, one more time. Keep it going.
So it's San Antonio now. 1:29 left to play in the first. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Pass to Mills. Back to Gasol. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Jones.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
The pass to Bertans. Connects from three-point range. And the Spurs lead by 4.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
And the Mavericks call time here. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. To the wing right side. Here's Curry. Rebound San Antonio.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Gasol a screen to the inside. Up off the screen.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Outside Curry. Jones against Gasol. 6 to shoot. Curry kicks to Morrow. Jones the pass to Curry. And there's the 3-second violation. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Carter outside. The three from Mills. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And now let's hear from Ty Lawson talking about the balanced attack of this Denver.
We do have a team type of game.
Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the playoffs and Ty Lawson was at the control.
You know, but not enough firepower to be able to sustain with the elite teams, say like the Warriors or the Rockets. Ty Lawson, a solid, dependable player in our league, but this is still a league where you need your superstars to win rings.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
On the court for Denver. Here in the second. Lawson out there with Anthony Morrow. Then there's Nowitzki. Then there's Grant. And it's Anderson in at the three spot. Mavericks making a switch here. And Parker, here we go. And he gets it to go.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Spurs. The Spurs shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Mavericks trail by 9. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Lawson kicks to Anderson. Dishes to Nowitzki. Misses off the right iron.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
And the rejection by Leonard. They shoot again.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Mavericks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Parker drives in and stolen by Lawson. He kicks to Anderson, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Barnes, he's checked in for Anderson. Here's Barnes. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. They set the screen. 4 on the clock. Goes up on the wing, and that one comes up a bit short.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Back to Leonard. Parker against Barnes. Outside Leonard. Here's the 3. Can't hit. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. 13 feet away. That's good from Nowitzki on the assist by Lawson.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Parker outside. Nowitzki with the steal. Now here's Lawson. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. And a fast break now for the Spurs.
Well, they weren't going to pass. Up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
There's the pick. Feeds it to Barnes. Leonard with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Shot, high post, and another basket for San Antonio.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Lawson drives in, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Lawson's got 5 points so far.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Morrow kicks to Lawson. And out of bounds is San Antonio gains possession. This is a list of the guys that have been dialed in at the free throw line lately since the All-Star break. No one has been better. LaMarcus Aldridge fourth.
And one look at his numbers since the break, and you can see how comfortable he's been at the foul line.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Dedmon kicks to Aldridge. Parker outside. Just 5 on the clock. Now the dish to Dedmon. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Good. Aldridge has got the lead up to 9 now for the Spurs.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Lawson outside. Off the screen, and Parker with the block. Now Leonard. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Outside Aldridge. To the paint. Here's Dedmon. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Mavericks trail by 11. Parker with the steal. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Parker dishes to Dedmon. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. And it's San Antonio with another.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Nowitzki a screen. Parker against Lawson. To the middle. Here's measuring. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Leonard the pass to Aldridge. On the left block, the shot will not go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Ball's knocked loose. And the Spurs pushing it up now. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
And Lawson with the drive. Nobody near Barnes. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Spurs leading by 12. And here's Mills looking for his first basket still in this one. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Lawson kicks to Curry. Back to Lawson. A beautiful reverse layup. Lawson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Passes it to Bertans. Stolen by Grant. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Curry gets the bucket.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
He dishes it to Lawson. Back to Curry. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Barnes passes to Lawson. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Over the last month, let's see how the Mavericks fared in the NBA rankings. 10th in steal. 14th in rebounding. And they're in the top half of the league in free throw shooting as well. Pretty good, but they could certainly stand some improvement there.
And let me add a few words about all their steals. I mean, they bring that toughness and aggression defensively. You don't get to be a top 10 team in that category by accident.
Dallas making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Lawson dishes to Jones. Rejected by Gasol. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Spurs working the ball around now. Ginobili against Jones. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
One shot. Has this offense been running? I'm just getting tired of watching them.
Well, it's no secret. That's what they do. That's who they are. 4 of their last 5 made baskets coming in transition.
The Spurs shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Free throw good, Ginobili.
Excellent game we've seen from Manu Ginobili. He's got 11 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And Anderson kicks to Jones. Off the screen. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
There's the screen. Pass to Bertans. Gasol screen. Buries it from three-point range. He has 6.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Kicks it to Curry. Out to the right wing. Shoots from the elbow. Jones, no luck. Spurs leading by 11. Mills, that's a two-pointer. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And you know what? The frustration for the defense is mounting because it seems like they can't miss out there.
Lawson drives in, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Lawson's got 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here's Curry, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Even though they're trailing, they're having some success from the foul line here, and that could go a long way towards getting them back into it. Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
The shot's good from Lawson.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Spurs have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And the technical free throw is good. "15 seconds left in the first half. Mills passes to Carter. Just his first attempt. Can't get it to go. And so that's the end of the first half. Spurs lead by 8. Live from the 8.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. The first quarter was all about Manu Ginobili. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
Well, the shots were dropping for him. I mean, they was just dropping out the ceiling, dropping out the popcorn guy, man.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now,
the third quarter about to get going. Without question, Manu Ginobili displaying his skills today.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for San Antonio. Aldridge out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Parker. And it's Simmons in at the 2-guard.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Parker against Lawson. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Dirk Nowitzki.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Parker drives in. The shot is off. Good D by Lawson.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
To the right side. Here's Nowitzki, and another basket for Dallas.
Dirk Nowitzki homing in on offense.
Spurs leading by 6. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Back to Lawson. The 3 from Barnes. Rebounded by the Spurs. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Simmons kicks to Leonard. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And the Mavericks call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. San Antonio leading by 11. Parker kicks to Leonard. Here's Aldridge. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. That is on Ty Lawson. The Spurs haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
We've seen LaMarcus Aldridge getting it done. He has 11 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Ty Lawson. Nowitzki a screen. Now here's Barnes. Tight defense on him. A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed. Another pass put right. Right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Curry dishes to Nowitzki. Pass to Barnes. The shot misses. Great D that time from Leonard.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
He feeds it to Dedmon. And the pass to Parker. 5 on the clock. Soft touch off the glass. Parker's got 14 points for the game.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Curry against Parker. Nowitzki with the screen on Parker. Parker with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Parker's running. Here's Curry. He has 7. Nowitzki with the screen on Parker. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Fires the 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Number 1, the Spurs.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Nowitzki has it going on tonight. 9 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Curry. Anderson passes to Nowitzki. Gets an open look and hits. Nowitzki's got 8 points in the quarter.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
And here's Leonard from 3. Another miss by Leonard.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Curry kicks to Nowitzki. And stolen by Aldridge. And there's the feed to Mills. Dishes to Gasol. The jump hook, and that's off the glass and in. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Curry. Aldridge with a screen on Curry, and Mills kicks to Aldridge. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Aldridge has got 16 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Anderson outside. Right wing. Nowitzki kicks to Anderson. Misses the 3. Spurs leading by 15. Leonard, that's for 2. No good off the front iron.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Morrow, no good. Leonard with the ball. He has 7. He kicks to Gasol. That's tipped. Nowitzki with the steal. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Curry. Anderson's got 10 points.
Timeout Spurs.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up for the Spurs Dance Team.
On the Mavericks for some changes. Jeremy Grant comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Anthony Morrow. .158 left to play in the third. San Antonio leading by 13. Outside Gasol. Here's Mills. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. He's got 5.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Lawson right side. Grant dishes to Anderson. Screen by Grant. Lawson the pass to Jones. Rebound San Antonio. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Anderson outside. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Here's Jones, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got 9.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. Feeds it to Mills. Spurs working the ball around now. There's the pick. The dish to Gasol. Tries yet again, and there's a... whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones.
That's his first.
Now here's Mills. Lawson defending. Mills passes to Bertens. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lawson kicks to Anderson. Passes to Grant. He dishes it to Lawson. Pass to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
Ginobili outside and released it in time, but
And now, your Spurs dance team.
and thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Mavericks trail by 12. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. They've got Harris and Barnes. Anderson is out there with Lawson. Then there's Grant. Anderson dishes to Barnes. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Leonard against Barnes. Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His 4th turnover hampering their efforts.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Kicks it to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. There's the pick. From the wing. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Parker with no one around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one. Mavericks trail by 16. Lawson outside. Screen by Grant. Pass to Anderson. Good chance here for Barnes. It's hauled in by Tony Parker.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Now the pass to Bertens, and Leonard has it in the corner. Parker left side. Carter outside. Here's Dedmon. It's rebounded by Dallas. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Grant. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling. Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Screen by Grant. There's the pick. The 3 from Barnes, and that one's good.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His 2nd 3 of the game.
Passes it to Bertens. Lets it go with a 3. Good.
And how about that? Responding to the 3-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
The feed now to Anderson. Screened by Grant. Barnes against Leonard. Outside for Lawson. Goes up on the wing, and Parker with the block. Another shot. Good. And it's 13 points for Lawson.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his games.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Curry comes in for Anderson. Parker against Barnes. Parker with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
That's good.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Spurs leading by 14. Parker passes to Aldridge, and the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's foul number 2 for him. It's Parker outside.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Took the out. Opportunity when he saw it. 16 points for Leonard.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Nowitzki kicks to Lawson. Curry wide open. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. There's the lob to the hoop. Leonard, no luck.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Nowitzki a screen to the paint. Here's Barnes. Tries again, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. He hits the second from the line. San Antonio leading by 18. Aldridge a screen. Parker outside. Aldridge with a screen on Lawson. 5 on the clock. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Count the bucket.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Anderson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. That's good from Parker. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Outside Curry. Here's Lawson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists. Tonight.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Parker kicks to Dedmon. He feeds it to Anderson. Shoots off the screen, and he nails the jumper. And the Spurs lead by 21.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Parker. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Dishes it to Simmons. No good on the triple. Mavericks trail by 21. Barnes passes to Lawson. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Here's Dedmon. And that one's good.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
Bertanis, he's checked in for San Antonio. T comes in for Parker. And the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for Dallas was getting across in their huddle. He was focused on their post play and was pleading with them to try to get the ball into the low post every trip down. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
And thank you, Doris. Barnes against Gasol. Gasol with the steal. He's got a clear path. Here's Murray. Barnes grabs the miss. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the call will be against D. That is his first foul of the game. Here's measuring. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Now Murray. Gasol a screen. Here's Murray. Simmons passes to Bertans. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
To the inside, Curry lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Assist goes to
San Antonio leading by 22. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Gasol inside. That one goes. Come.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And now racking up there, I can't believe I'm saying it, 71st victory of the season. Wow. Not something that happens often. What a ride it's been for this team.
And they cap off the season series with 1 more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
Greg, we don't see conference opponents get swept very often, but this has been total domination.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Kawhi Leonard. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling. And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Outside Curry. Tipped away. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Simmons. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
Well, Tony, congratulations on the victory tonight. You made a lot of things happen out here on the court to get everyone involved.
That's the whole team. It's not just me. The whole team did great. We played great defense. And in offense, we moved the ball, took good shots. We were shooting the ball well.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is...
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the...